Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Etincelle. My name is Gracia Susuzande, your host of tonight, and I hope that you haven't missed me too much because we had an amazing show last week with two amazing guests next to me, John and James, and they came to enlighten, someone who needed to hear that, who needed to hear this theme of meet me halfway. It was part 2. So I really hope that if in case that you missed it, you can always go and check us on our page of Etincelle, which is on Facebook. And for those who loves YouTube and you are definitely a YouTuber or just a lover of YouTuber, you can always find us, and why not subscribe on the page of Gracia.s space Sucre d'Or. So today's theme is going to be the truth about lack of self-control, the truth about it, what is really, and especially in this time, in this, in our generation, what's happening, why self-control is so important, and the truth about lack of self-control, so the opposite of self-control. So I'm not going to take too much of your time, but I'm going to ask you please to share as much as you can, because we do need it. I need it. You are the star of this show. I cannot do it without you. But if you share, if you tell a friend to tell a friend, I'm sure they're going to come on the show, and for them as well to share, obviously, and so we can create a massive audience. So I'm not going to take too much. I'm just going to give it a little short break. Please do so and don't go anywhere. Stick with us, and we will be back in a couple minutes, couple seconds. See you soon. And we are back, and thank you so much for not going anywhere. Honestly, I'm so grateful, always happy to know that you are here, that you are connected every single Tuesday at the same time, 8 p.m. We're trying our best to be on time. So we obviously, looking forward to see you, looking forward to meet you, looking forward to speak to you in order for this information that we are sharing with you and also the world can be heard, but also applied because it's necessary not just to listen, but also having a pen and having a paper in order to note, the bullet points, because Etincelle is all about enlightenment. It's all about enlightenment. Self-control is mandatory. Self-control is just a word that, it helps you. It helps you in so many ways. It helps you in school. It helps you at work. It helps you in relationships, whether it's friendship. It helps you in just marital relationship. It helps you in all means, ways, and up and downs. I mean, it's crazy how self-control is important. When you don't have self-control, this can cause a lot of troubles, a lot of temper, a lot of things that can really put you in a bad place. So please, that's why today we are talking about the truth about self-control. All right. So you know me, I don't like to start the show without defining really what lack of self-control is. And it's very important to know because, you know, you can guess. Not everyone knows everything, right? And not everyone have the time, not even the time, but, you know, don't always find ways to go to the dictionary and check really what the word means. So let's define really what self-control is. All right, so lack of self-control. Lack of self-control is the inability to restrain one's emotion, a desire, an impulse. This can result in undesirable negative consequences like being arrested or losing a good friend. All right, so I hope you understood. Lack of self-control, the inability to restrain. So it's in this phrase you can find those other words that is similar to lack of self-control. For example, you have unrestrained, a word I just mentioned. You know, we have out of hand. You know, when you have something that you can't seem to, you know, you just have it out of hand. You can't seem to control it, and it's just out of your hand. You know, you can't seem to manage it. Apart from that, you have wayward, right? That's a new word for someone who has never heard about it. We have refractory. That's it. We have under control, uncontrolled. That's it. We have out of control. We have not controlled. We have disorderly, and we have white-folded. And we have so many other words. Honestly, like you can't seem to find yourself similar words than lack of self-control. And all these things is all about you not being in control of the situation, you not being in control, for example, of your energy, you not being in control of your temper, you not being in control of your emotions, such as your feelings, how you feel about this person. Somehow when this person is next to you, you can't seem to control yourself. You can't seem to control the words that comes out of your mouth. You can't seem to control maybe the car that you're driving. You're going from one end to the other, and suddenly the wheel, you can't seem to control the wheel, for example. You can't seem to control the car. And this happens in so many ways. We can also find ourselves in a situation with a partner where everything was fine. It was under control, your relationship was going smoothly, and suddenly it was out of control. Something happened. Maybe there was an intruder, maybe it was someone who came to say something, and your relationship started to be uncontrolled. There was no control. So lack of self-control is really, really important. But when we talk about self, the word self itself, it basically is talking about you. It's self. It means you not being in control of this item, this situation. It's all about you. It's all about you, right? And we find it, like I said, in so many ways. Apart from that, this can also be a condition. A lot of people think that lack of self-control is normal. It can happen suddenly. Yes, it's true. But it also can be a condition. 10 people, 3 to 5 people out of 11, for example, can find themselves in a situation of that condition, for example. So when, for example, you see your child going through that stage of lack of self-control. He can't seems or she can't seems to control herself, and it seems to happen a lot. You need to, as a parent, you need to ask yourself question. A parent is someone who is responsible of a child. A parent is someone who cares about their children, their child. So at the end of the day, when you care about someone, you need to be aware of what's happening in your child's life or surrounding. So that can also result of a condition, and that condition is called attention deficit disorder, meaning ADD, or it also can be called attention deficit hyperactive disorder, meaning ADHD. If you've ever heard about those words and you feel like, yeah, that kind of seems, I kind of know, then that's good. But if you don't know anything about those words that I just mentioned, attention deficit disorder or attention deficit hyperactive disorder, please do check it out. Please do research, because the more research you do, the more knowledge you are intaking within you, and that can help. This can come as a help for yourself, or even for someone next to you, whether it could be your husband, your boyfriend, whoever, even your children, all right, even a friend that is just a colleague, for example, all right. All these things are very, very, very important. But today, I'm more leaning into the children's side. I'm more leaning into something that we can't seem to control, and it helps us in our everyday. It helps us in a way or another. We need it. We cannot do without it, especially in the world that we're living in. I'm talking about money. Money can really, really be an amazing thing. I mean, imagine you were born in a family where it's just all about, they're all billionaires, or they're all millionaires, or they're, you can't seem to lack of anything. Living in that life, it's amazing. It's superb. It's something that a lot of people are wishing, a lot of people desire, to become a millionaire, to be a millionaire. And probably someone, I'm sure you've already heard this term where, imagine if I die today. Well, I would love to come back in the house of, of a millionaire. I wish I was born, in a house of a millionaire. I wish I had. So it's always those wishes, all those things that you wish you had. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I wish I was a millionaire, to be able to help my parents, be able to help my surrounding and people that I love and I care so much. But at the end of the day, money can also be a source of, someone says a source of evil. Money can also lead you in places where you never thought you could ever find yourself in a place, because of this wish, this dream, and you're able to do anything to become this person, or to have that money, the source of income, in order to, especially if you find yourself in a family where you call yourself poor, for example, right? You call yourself poor. So, money. Before anything, I would like to greet really. Sorry, I would like to greet Apostle Mylene right now, who is connected. Thank you so much for connecting, every single one of you. That has somehow, sometimes I can't seem to see every single one of you, but whoever can watch, whoever is connected right now, well, I greet you. I say thank you to Apostolic Bethel Church for all your support and for everything that you do. Day by day, we're not moving back, we're going forward, and that is with your help. So I really wanted to say thank you for your support. All right, so money. Where am I starting? Because this subject is quite a bit sensitive for those who are a lover of money, and I really want to say, if you have it, honestly, you are blessed. And then if you don't have as much money as you thought, or like you wish you had, then take it easy. take it easy. Don't rush into it. Sometimes God allows circumstances for us to learn from the circumstances in order to grow. And when you finally have what you have in your hand and become this person, well, you appreciate much what you have. Most of the people who were born in a wealthy family, they can't seem to appreciate unless maybe they go to a poor country, or they go to a place where people don't have that much money. That's when they can see really what money is and how powerful money is. So this is what I really wanted to say. At the end of the day, it's important to understand that don't let money control you, but you control money. Should I say this again? Don't let money control you. Whoever is you in terms of your feelings, in terms of your soul, in terms of your spirit, in terms of your mental health, don't let it control you, but you control money. You take control of it. So don't be don't lack that self-control. Be strong in your mental state. Be strong in your spirit. It's true, people can ask you here and there even though you have it, but it doesn't mean that if you don't have it that you need to go to a different source, which is completely negative for you to acquire this money that people are asking in order to give it to them. That's what I'm saying. Like, you need to control. You can't let money control you. All right, thinking that you cannot live without it. Yes, you can live without it. I mean, you know what I mean. Right? Okay, let's move forward. Thank you so much, Marianne, for connecting. Thank you. Please do share and tell a friend to tell a friend. All right, so the first point that I have on my list is not knowing how to manage it. Not knowing how to manage it. You can have money, but you don't know how to manage it. And it's so sad. And I just feel like not be able to manage money can lead in so much distraction, self-distraction in terms of materialistic things. Like you're so how would I say this? It's like you can't live without 1 penny in your pocket. It has it's always more. You need more, but the more you get the money, the more like you're not even doing anything with it, meaning like you're spending on the things that you shouldn't spend on. Right? Money is not even serving you for the right things, but it's actually serving you for things that are completely vanity, the things that is completely it doesn't help you to build anything, to even help the people that are around you. You can't seem to manage it because every time you have money in your hand, you're spending it on drinks. And drinks is good to drink, but in certain levels, certain limits, you should know your limit in terms of drinking. You should know your limit, even when it comes to money. You should know, for example, I can give an example with me. Like when I have money in my hand, I try my best not to have cash in my hand. Like I try my best just to keep it in the bank where it is, so I don't have to utilize it for little things. Right? I buy sweets here and there, juice, or even my super malt that I love to drink so much. Like them little things. That's me. That's my way of trying to control myself. And as soon as I have, for example, the money in my hand, I think I have a paper in front of me. I have a pen, and I write the things I know that I should do with the money first. And as soon as it's gone, whatever it's left, now I'm calculating. So either I divide it into, and I know that, okay, this is for me and this is for saving. And what is for me, then what am I doing with it? This is how I try my best to do it. I'm not always perfect on it, but I've always had also my struggles when it comes to money, because, you always feel like helping others. And the more you give, sometimes you can't seem to keep anything for you. And I hope I'm touching somebody right now who's probably found himself in the same situation. So lack of, as I was talking about, not be able to control yourself with drinks, for example, because as soon as you have money in your hand, you feel like, yeah, I need to go get some wine, spend money with friends. You want to show off. You want to always move in a way where like you want people to see that you have money. Even if it means like to rent an expensive car just for a day, to show off, and that never results in something good, because money comes and money goes. If you can't seem to control yourself in it, it's going to be very, very difficult for you in the long run. Right? It's going to be very, very difficult for you in the long run. Some people find themselves, you're probably a husband and you're probably a wife that is watching me right now. And I really want to touch your soul tonight. So when it comes to money, don't let money overshadow the love that you have for your husband or for your wife or for your children. All right? Your family comes first in everything. Regardless of what's happened, the wave, the wind, the tornado, regardless of what's happening, your family comes first. Money will always find a way to come on your hand, as long as you know how to attract money. You need to know. There's a secret here. I'm not going to tell you the secret. Not today anyway. There's a secret of how to attract money, right? But if you know how to, that's good. But it's just like, it is important to understand that your love for your family can never be overshadowed by money. Yeah. There are some females out there who find themselves always what's it called? They're neglecting their husband because of money. They're really neglecting their husband and children because of money. They will ever spend, hours and hours and hours at work, full time, but extra full time, only because of that money. And when you come home, you are exhausted. When you come home, you are tired. When you come home, there's so many other things that you need to deal with, because you are a parent. And a parent is someone who is responsible of your own home, responsible of your children, responsible of your husband, and vice versa. And so it's like you find yourself in a space where you're already drained by work, but you can't even seem to think about that. For you, money is overtaking everything. Money is overtaking even your health. You're forgetting everything about your health, but for you, it's like, I needed to get more money because, hey, I'm building a house back home. No, I need to invest in something. But listen, you will not die today, and it's important to understand the power of the word. The more you declare that you will not die and you will live to see marvelous things that the Lord is going to do for you, in case you are Christian. But even if you're not Christian, words are powerful. The more you speak, the more it creates a way. The more you speak, the more those words are just like energy that you are basically directing. You are sending those words out there in the atmosphere, and it's going to work for you, for your favor. So like, if you can't seem to you can't seem to just you can't even see your own health, you will not live long. You won't live long. If you're a prayer warrior, for example, just give an example, and you are spending so much time at doing other things, and then that is really taking your time because of money, for example, right? The time that you're going to be dividing yourself in all the things that you do, and you will have nothing left for God. You will have nothing, you won't have that little time even just to say thank you, even though you want to, but that time, you can't seem to even dedicate it in a little prayer, for example, just to say thank you, Lord, for what you're doing. Even though you're not, regardless of religion that you're finding yourself, it's important to understand that never let money overshadow the love that you have for your family, the love that you have for your children, because your children are small today, but later on in life they will change, they will transform, they will develop, they will acquire. So many things are gonna happen. They won't always stay small. They will grow one day, and they will have memories of a mom who always spent time at work, memories of a mom who are always crunchy, because like you're always out there. When you come, you're snappy, you're tired. You know, tiredness affects your mental health. It affects your physical health. It affects everything about you. So what are you really giving to them? What are you really giving to them? You wake up one day, maybe your husband is gone. Why? Because you were giving the most, and it's something that can be done gradually as you're going. You know, that can be done gradually as you're going. And so it's the same thing when it comes to a male, you know. You're so hungry about money. You can't seem to control yourself when it comes to money, you know. And it's really sad. And this can also lead you to have to find yourself in a place, especially for those who live in la diaspora. You know, we live in Europe. We Africans, we come from Africa, and we live here in the diaspora. It's like, okay, you know what? Your money, your hunger for money has overshadowed your brain so much that all you're thinking is yourself. In terms of you want to have your own money. You don't even want to let your wife know about how much you are getting at work. Because at the end of the day, when you are finding yourself in a position where you are married, then whatever is yours belongs to her, and what is hers belongs to you. But we find ourselves in this situation where a lot of people, where they are married, they're keeping a lot of things secret. Even when it comes to money. Money. Don't let money destroy what you two have. Don't let money destroy what you are building. And it's really important to understand that your personal goal is also her personal goals. It has to be shared. You two are building a future. You two are going somewhere. So if you're going somewhere, hold hands and move forward together. But if you're always, your money is for you and it's for your family back home. Your money is for you and it's for your own personal goal with your friends. Your money is for you and it's not for nobody else. At the end of the day, it's like, why are you finding yourself in a marriage in the first place? That is the question that you need to ask yourself. Why am I here? Why am I here in the first place if it's not about, bringing things together and moving forward together? A lack of communication that can also affect when you don't know how to control yourself. Because sometimes when you don't know how to control yourself, words can just fly out of your mouth anyhow. It just comes out. It just comes out. It's mad. It just comes out anyhow without no control. And it's only later on that you find yourself in a place where you're like, oh no, I need to apologize to this person, to my friend, because I hurt her, or I hurt him, or I hurt my colleague, or I hurt my pastor, or I did hurt this specific person with my hurt. You can't seem to control yourself. Why? Because you're lacking self-control. And sometimes money can also be the source of it. You're so over yourself. Your shoulders are so high. You're so full of ego. Let me just say that. You're full of ego. And because of that ego, it's just put you in sort of pedestal. And you put yourself, nobody has put you there. Yeah, you put yourself in that pedestal, so you think you're all that. You think you're all that, so you can talk anyhow. You can speak anyhow. You can say whenever you want or whatever you want. And that is wrong. That is wrong. Because words can do so much damage in you and around you. In you and around you. In you and around you. This can also affect the truth, the real truth. People who are full of all these things that I'm just mentioning right now, it's like It's like they don't want to see the truth. When someone comes to sit down on the table with them, it's gonna be like, hey, I don't want to hear it. Even though they're gonna be sitting down and listen to you, whatever is coming in here is coming out quickly. Why? Because they don't want to hear the truth, the advice that the wife or anybody else can mention, the advice that someone so dear to him or dear to her or dear to even this young boy who's making money, but in a dodgy way, who's making money, but in a way that you will not even imagine, the truth. At this present moment, I know there's some countries were built with dodgy money. The world is known for that. Not everything is built right. By the end of the day, when you look at yourself and you're so full of hungry of money, be open also of good ideas. Be open also with good idea. You're a young boy, you're a young girl. Yes, you want to make money. Yes, you want to be a businesswoman, an entrepreneur, right? And that's a good thing. That's an amazing thing. But don't shut your ears when it comes to the truth, when it comes to money, because money is also a way, someone said, a way to evil, and I mentioned it earlier. It can lead you really to so many things that you really don't want to get yourself in it. And as soon as you're in it, it will be difficult for you to come out. A lot of young girls, 13, 14, 15, have already entered in that zone of prostitution. A lot of parents they are literally sending their beautiful baby girl, because at 13, 14, you're still a baby to me. You know nothing about the world, but you're sending your children to do prostitution, to sell their body. You're sending your son, to look for elderly women in order to bring money at home. At the end of the day, these are things we need to call out. These are the things that we cannot sit down and not talk about, because these things are reality in so many countries. We're talking about parents who have already from birth, have already sold their children to elderly men, men who came to pick those children from young age. I have a story one day, and one day I will speak about that. But that young girl was sold by their parents because of money, because of lacking money, lack of self-control. Is crazy. This baby girl, she was only 13, but she got sold by this full-time her elder. I mean, the husband was really full-time older than her. There was a lot of rape happening there until this child found herself pregnant. And as soon as the husband found out about the pregnancy, that child gave birth. A child was giving birth to another child. This is something that needs to stop. And he took that child, abandoned the child on the street, and took the baby with him. Later on, this child found himself, begging on the street, trying to find ways to eat. But unfortunately for her, while this group of people were passing by, they saw her begging for money. They trying to, they gave her some food, and she found a little bit some comfort and feel like, oh yeah, they're good people. They advised her to come with them. And because of the care that they showed her, she accepted. She accepted. For a little time, for a couple hours, everything was okay. But those people, the group of people, they had to travel to a different country. And what happened is that they did ask her, would you like to come with us? And because of what they showed her, she found comfort. So of course, she said yes. But she didn't know that she was sold. She got sold in a different country where those people were going, to different people. Where they were attaching her on the wall and really doing her wrong. Thank God there was a police who were already tracking all these people and came to rescue her. The question is, where is found the baby that she gave birth to? Where is that man who married her, who was supposed to be responsible for her? You know, this is a sad story. And when I heard about the story, it really touched my soul. Human traffic exists because of what? Money. Lack of self-control. Slavery still continues till today. And it's really sad to understand, how can you give birth to your baby girl, to your baby boy, and really do her wrong this much to this point? Lack of self-control can bring you to the point where you are so lazy. Lazy, you don't want to do anything because you have what? Money. Or because somebody else is, you're doing dodgy things, and it is putting you in a position where you don't want to do anything anymore. But if, as a Christian, if I have to look at, the scriptures, it tells me that we need to work, that the men, when it comes to the men, God tells the men to cultivate. It means to work. Because without work, if God didn't tell the men to work, what else would he do? It's important to work. Work right. Do things right. And you see that things will go further right. Laziness is not something to acquire. Laziness is not something to be comfortable with it. And I can say something when it comes to, we live in the society where we have benefits. Don't let benefits fool you. Don't let that fool you, because they know exactly why they're giving you this kind of money. Don't let benefit fool you and just think like, you know what, let's do things in this way. Let me stay at home and claim the benefit, and let send my wife go to work, or vice versa. No. At the end of the day, if the government gave you that money, it was not just for you, but it was for those children that you have. Because you have 2 feet and 2 hands. So you have the possibility, the power to go and search for work and find work. But they have compassion. The government is feeling compassion for those children that you have. So why neglecting the children that you have by not even giving them the money that they need, by buying the food or the clothing that they need in order for them to be happy? A lot of children are being neglected in this country because of the fact that parents are not thinking about them. Parents are not thinking about their beautiful children. They're just receiving the money from the government, and they're thinking, let me buy a house in Africa. Let me do business with it. Let me do tontine, let me say. Or let me do pyramid scheme. Let me invest that in that way. But you're making your children starve. Or you're just buying the most cheapest things in the shop just for you to feel at ease in your mind that, yes, I bought food. But what about washing the clothing of your babies with the right product? What about buying them the shoes that they need in order for it to last longer? What about really caring for their skin? We live in this la diaspora where we have 4 seasons. What about buying the coat that they need that is sufficient for them in order to go through winter? They can't have the same clothing over and over again. I worked as a practitioner for years and years, and I've seen children coming with the same clothing over and over and again, clothing which were dirty. And you look and you wonder like what's happening. And as a practitioner, I was already told, as soon as I'm seeing this, I need to report. as a practitioner, as soon as I'm seeing a lot of bruise here, a little thing here, a little, and I see this again, oh, this child cannot seems to go to the, can't seem to go to the toilet comfortably. I need to be, my eyes need to be open. I need to be aware of what is happening here with this child. And it's a lot of things that's happening in people's home. You care about more, like you care about go shopping for jewelries that will not even last. What is Dolce & Gabbana? What is Fenty? What is compared to the care that your children need to get? Money can be the root of evil, but you need to overcome. You need to be strong. You need to stay firm. You need to keep on pushing. You need to want something, the best for you, but also the best for your children, the best for you, but the best for your future. You're probably 15, you're probably 14, 17. You can't go and stab someone because they asked you because of money. You can't get that thing on your back. You can't have that reputation on your back. You can't just go and do someone wrong because of the fact that they promised you some money. What is money over someone's reputation? There's certain reputation, you cannot take it back. There's certain reputation, you cannot fix it. Please, if you are listening to me, take this in consideration and tell yourself that my future is important. You are only 15, you're only 20, you are only on this kind of age where you're unmature, you're not mature enough. Please stand straight. Don't bend, because when you bend, the more you're bending, when I'm talking about bending, I'm talking about the bad things that you acquire as you're walking. You keep on bending your back. Your back is bending. Your back is bending. And as soon as you turn 30, you can't fix it back. It's like a metal that cannot be fixed. It's like a tree that is bent already, but that cannot be, fixed back. And it's really sad when I see all these young people, young girls, young boys who have the future ahead, but because of a murder that you probably haven't done, or probably someone has set you up, or maybe yourself, you feel like, yeah, you're a G, you can do it, and because of money they've promised you, you find yourself getting 20 to probably 30 or maybe 10 years in prison. Why, my brother? Why? 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 Self-love is important, but self-control also. This is really paining me when I'm talking about money. Money, the root of money, can make you become greedy. Ooh, greedy. You're so greedy. You want more and more and more. You can't stop. You want more. It's good to wanting more, but there's a limit for it. Everything has a limit. Everything has a limit in life. There's two sides of everything. You can be holding a knife to prepare your food, but that same knife can kill. It's crazy to understand. There's two sides of everything, and there's also a limit for everything. Like we always say, the sky is the limit. They're showing us the sky is the limit. And then the sky, there's a limit. There's a limit there. You can go as far as you can, but there's a limit somewhere. Don't be greedy. Being greedy changes your heart. The state of your heart, it changes. If it was in certain color, it's changing to a very dark color. That color is not pretty. That color is not nice. And the thing is that whatever is inside is coming out outside, and people can notice. People can see how greedy you are. I don't know, a normal girl who meets a guy that is greedy will not stay with them. You won't stay. Because you know that they're always going to be caring about themselves, not caring about you. It's good that a man cares about this, so you feel like, hey, so he dressed nice, he has everything that he has, he has nice house, blah, 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 blah. So that means he can take care of me. It's good. But then if you have the sign of greediness and you can really see it, boy, girl, run. Run. Yeah. Run. Run. There's so many things that can push a man or a woman and in the bad routes because of money. Because of money. It can even put you to a point where you become so snappy and you can't seem to control your movement anymore. And those movement becomes like, one time, just a slap. Your partner didn't even see that coming, but it was the first time, second time, third time, and it becomes an everyday thing. Abuse start happening, a physical abuse, emotional abuse, because of money, Why letting money taking over you? There's a lot of females, a lot of young girls who are in any kinds of relationship because this boy is dressing nice. Ooh, I need to be with this kind of guy. Have you seen how he's dressed? Have you seen how he looks? Have you seen what kind of car he's driving? Have you seen? Yes, I've seen. But there's a limit to everything. Because as soon as they start touching you, because as soon as they start doing you wrong, because of the fact that he feels that he's full of power, money can put you in a pedestal where you feel like you're full of power. There are women and men out there who feel like they can control pastors, men of God, women of God around the world because of money. Because, hey, I'm supporting the church. Their ministry is going forward because I'm sponsoring, because I have money. Because No. Come back a little bit. Come back. Go back a little bit. Go back a little bit. Money comes, money goes. The same way you had that money, the same way that money can go. And sometimes we don't even know how it happened, but it does. When you don't know how to control it, how to manage what has been given to you. A lot of people out there beg God to bless them. They beg him to bless them with money. But God also looks at your heart. God looks at your heart, the state of your heart, and just wonder, if I bless my child with this money, if I bless my child, would my child be able to, to take responsibility and manage it correctly? That's the big question mark. But as soon as you start overdo with the blessing that God has given you, God can take it back. God can take it back. For any action is a reaction. Should I say this again? For any action, there is a reaction. Let your action be positive. Let your action be really positive so everything can go positive. But if your actions are not positive, there's going to be a negative reaction to it. There's going to be a punishment to it. If the laws are broken, what do you expect? That you can just run free? You will be punished. But there's a punishment. There's different kind of level of punishment that can come towards you. Please take care of what has been given to you. Take care of that blessing that God has given to you, whether it's a child, whether it's a home, whether it's your wife, whether it's your husband, whether it's education. Because even in education in Europe, they're giving us, they do pay us some money, but the money you need to pay back, of course, but that money comes in your account. I've been at uni, I know. But some people don't even know how to manage that money. It's for your books, it's for your transport, it's for the equipment that you need for university. But you can't seem, you're so sensitive with money. It's like your hands are always, you need to spend. You need to spend. No. Control what's been given to you. And let your mind really be positive, with positive thoughts. Don't inject your brain with negative thoughts. What you wish can easily turn to what is going to happen. Thank you so much, Apostle, for being correct, for being correct, for being here. I can see a lot of comments. Money, 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 money. You met your beautiful girlfriend in a space where you guys didn't have anything, but somehow God has blessed you with a little bit of cash. You start neglecting her. You start putting aside and believe that you can do better with somebody else. Good for you. Keep it up. Keep it up. And same thing goes with the wife or with the girlfriend. You get promoted in this amazing company, and somehow you start putting your partner aside. You start neglecting your family. You start really moving in a weird way, and people can see it. People can notice it. No, be grateful. Be grateful. Gratefulness goes a long, long, long way. A long way. A long, long way. Gratefulness. 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 Today was just the first, not just the first. I'm sure we're going to talk about the truth about lack of self-control. And there's so many things that definitely covers this title. And oh wow, this has really touched me because of the story of that little girl who got sold. But honestly, we are at the end of our show, and what I wanted to say is like, let the words that I just mentioned, let it not go in vain. Let it just not go in waste. Let it just not go just in the wind. I hope that you took note. I hope that you really took time to listen, and I hope that your ears were open enough. I really hope. Every time I come and sit down in front of this camera, I always tell myself, I hope someone is going to be blessed by the words that is coming out of my mouth. I hope that someone is going to take what I say serious. I hope. There's always a hope. It's really, really important. Because we don't want to speak for the sake of speaking. I could have been sleeping, but sitting here and speaking to a soul, hoping that this video or this life is touching someone in Japan or in South Africa or somebody else, to me, it means a lot. Because we're here to be able to help each other. And Etincelle is really trying to bring that light into someone's life. All right, we are at the end of our show. And I hope everything will went smoothly. My name is Gracia Susuzande, and we are going to meet again next week for Etincelle, same time, 8 p.m. Please connect yourself. If you're an English speaker, and maybe your English is not that strong, but still you can hear, connect yourself. Tell a friend to tell a friend, because the subject that we do speak are very, very, very important. Apart from that, there same day, Tuesday, the last Tuesday of the month, there is Loyembo Yasika. Loyembo Yasika is a new platform that I'm trying to to put out there by God's grace, obviously, by God's help, in order to help children and widows, orphans and widows from Goma. There is a foundation which is Apostle or Mylène Mudiai Foundation, and then this foundation is taking care of widows and taking care of orphans. So Loyemba Sika comes to help in this way. If you have a voice, you do have a voice, you do sing, come along, contact me on my Instagram, which is I am Gracia.Sucredor. You can contact me on my Facebook page, which is Gracia Susuzande. Send me a message, honestly. If you know someone who knows me, who has my number, come on. Contact that person. Call me. Call me, because you don't know what your £10, what your £20 is going to do for these people. So by you stepping in on Loyemba Sika, what's happening is like you're coming with something that you want to donate, something that you want to give. And the price starts from £10, not below, above. So from £10 up, if you're a gospel rapper, if you're a gospel singer, regardless your age, the age is not really the problem, but it's the fact that you have a voice. This platform is really to promote Christian singers, young people, and also be able to help at the same time for people who really do need it. So the money doesn't go in my pocket, but it really goes for these amazing people who truly need it. All right. And the more we're moving forward, there's also this foundation when it comes to epilepsy based in Congo that we also want to help, but that will come later on. We also have, you can also catch me during the week, of course, because tomorrow we have One Moi with an amazing servant of God. Her name is Servante Hélène Daldine. So if you want to, hear a little bit more of her, connect yourself tomorrow. Connect yourself on Thursday as we have spiritual clinic. And that is with herself, Apostle Mylène Mudiai, who comes to teach, who comes to do amazing things, who comes to empower, comes to say the things that need to be said in order for you to get the knowledge that, did I just rap right now? Apart from that, obviously on Saturday, we have Lingala, once in a month Lingala service with Evangelist Lorette. We also have on Saturday this amazing man, Deacon Clever Lukoki, that comes with rediscovering your purpose. And not forgetting, we have 1 o'clock Rema with myself. So that was the little recap of what's happening during the week. So we're meeting again on Saturday. So stay blessed, stay safe. Love you. Take care of yourself. See you soon.